When people betray Very Dark Man, I get so pissed off. You understand what I'm saying? Now, people will call Very Dark Man when they got a problem. When they got a real problem, when they got an issue, they will call Very Dark Man. Now, VDM will come into the issue with so much passion, do a lot of research, have sleepless nights, trying all means possible that you get justice or that you get a solution to your problem. Now, this is where I get so angry. Now, when these people start expecting a positive outcome, they will dump Very Dark Man. When they start expecting, when things start getting rosy, they will dump Very Dark Man. When it's time for celebration, they will not call the Very Dark Man again. Because at this point in time, they don't need him anymore. That is just so bad. That is total betrayal. That is witchcraft, man. Shit, I hate that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? That man VDM really has a gold mind, a gold heart. Otherwise, maybe he won't be attending to some people again because of their attitude. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the very first example. When Easy T and Messicino, that's Messicino and his former ex and his former record label boss, when they had an issue, Easy T, all of us saw how VDM dedicated so much to that issue. VDM had sleepless nights, doing a lot of findings, having sleepless nights. Come on. And VDM, we were there when VDM was going through that issue between Messicino and Easy T. Doing a lot of research, finding out that this pastor is working with Easy T's husband. Easy T's husband is linked with this pastor. That pastor is linked to the chief judge. The judge is linked to this lawyer. Those were things he found out because of a lot of research he was doing, because of a lot of sleepless nights. You understand what I'm saying? After all that VDM did, when it was time for resolution, VDM was not called. Can you imagine that when they finally had a resolution to their problem, Easy T and Messicino, VDM only saw it on social media. He wasn't informed that this is what we have concluded. This is what we are about to conclude. This is how we are finalizing the issue. They didn't tell VDM anymore. At that time, now things are good. They're just finalizing their issue. VDM only saw it on social media. When I heard that, I was so pissed off, man. If I were VDM, man, I don't know how angry I would have been. Can you imagine? And now let's talk about this issue of Phyna and Dangote. Dangote's truck that crushed Phyna's sister. Phyna was the first person Phyna called and was crying was Very Dark Man. Please help me. Dangote's truck has crushed my sister. One of her leg has been amputated. VDM came into the scene. VDM took the matter on his head. Called out Dangote. Did a lot of things, did a lot of promises. You understand what I'm saying? All of us saw what VDM did at that time. Telling Dangote, you must help that sister, Phyna's sister. Otherwise, this is going to happen. Otherwise, that is going to happen. VDM putting his life on the line because of that issue. Do you know at some point in time, when it showed that millions were going to be paid for Phyna's sister, that some things, her sister was going to be flown abroad and so much amount of millions was going to be paid, Phyna detached from Very Dark Man. That point where money was going to be paid. Can you imagine? They had to go for a meeting with Dangote's people just because Phyna knew that a lot of money was going to come into the game. They were going to pay a lot of money. He didn't involve VDM anymore. The man who started the issue, the man who called out, the man who made Dangote to respond was VDM. But by the time they were about to compensate, by the time money was about to be brought by Dangote's group, she dumped VDM. She detached from VDM. Gave some kind of lousy excuses that those people said they are scared of you, so I'm going ahead to do the shit with those people. You stay behind. How the hell can you leave VDM behind? VDM that cried, it was because of VDM that Dangote responded. What kind of shit is that? What kind of fucking mess is that? I got so pissed off when I got the news, man. What the fuck is all that? How can you go ahead without VDM? Because now it has come to the time when money's gotta be released. Some plenty millions gotta be released. Now you put VDM to the corner because you don't need him anymore. He's already done his job. Dangote has responded. Now you don't need VDM anymore. You detach from him. You dump him. Because now the time, because it's rosy now. It is rosy time. It's time for positive expectation. You keep VDM to the corner. Man, I was so pissed off when I got that news. And what happened to the Fina when he dumped VDM and went ahead to do it herself? What's happening now? She's crying now that they have used her. She's crying now that Dangote have played her. Why did you go alone? Why didn't you go along with VDM? I think she must have learned a lesson from that. So please, people, if you're coming to VDM to lay your complaints, make sure VDM is going to be along to the end. Do not wait when it's time, when it's rosy time, when it's time for positive expectation, when it's time for celebration. You leave VDM out of it and you go ahead and start doing your stuff alone because you know you don't need VDM at that point in time. That is just so bad. I got so pissed off with that shit. Don't let this man change his good mind. Don't let VDM change his good mind. I hate this shit. You guys should fucking stop that.